Good morning from Ross and Mike's Tassie Adventures. I'm in my workshop and I'm going to make a little video mainly to document the little project I'm working on. Well, actually it could be a bigger project than I first realized, but we'll see on that one. Now, most of my videos I put on YouTube are basically to document our travels and our bike rides. This is where we keep our bikes, all nicely tucked away. The Royal Enfield and Ross's Honda CB125. I quite like riding the little CB125 myself. So light and nimble, which brings me to my project. This is the frame of a DT125. It's a 1978 model, and it didn't start off life looking like this, not when I bought it. I'll put up a couple of photos of what it looked like when I bought this. And the reason that I decided to take on a little project, over the last couple of years I've done a fair bit of work around the house, and yeah, I needed a little project, mainly for when the weather is not very good, and yeah, so I can come out here and have a play. I started my I suppose my motorcycle riding well, back when I was 18, I think I started on little bikes like the Honda. I think my first one was a Yamaha 125 twin cylinder. Can't remember what year that was, but it would have been either late 60s or early 70s. And my first new bike was a Suzuki TS125T. I do remember that, about 1972. And I'll put up a picture of that. It's not a great picture because it's over 50 years old, so. And this bike is actually very similar. It's from more or less the same era, and so it'll be really interesting to see this bike hopefully all restored. When I bought it, it came from the far south of Tasmania, and normally these bikes don't come up on the market very often. I think this bike was probably used as a farm bike, or even what we call here a bush basher, and it was complete and actually not that bad a condition for a bike. Yeah, it's 48 years old, so to find one in in a sort of original condition, especially here in Tassie. Yeah, it was a bit of a find. The clincher was that it wasn't going to cost a lot of money. It was just a few $100s. So what have we got? Well, we're at the stage, it's been fully stripped down. The frame is in fairly good order. There is rust around here, and especially at the rear end of the bike there's lots of surface rust. The biggest problem had been to remove the shock absorber, which yeah, the shock absorber actually belongs up into the frame and attaches to the swinging arm. And yeah, I've had to butcher the bush. The shock absorber's in quite good order, which is good. The problem now I've got is that the inner sleeve to the swinging arm is also completely seized. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of an ongoing problem that I'm going to have to deal with. What else? Engine. The engine is a runner, and I've had it running, and it sounds okay. Doesn't have an enormous amount of compression. I don't know if that's standard. The carby has been overhauled. I do have a leak from the clutch side of the crankcase. So yeah, probably need a new gasket, but I suspect I might need new clutch plates in that as well. On this side, yeah, the magneto is working well, and the I've replaced one of the plugs. Now the cylinder head and barrel is going to have to come off. I suspect that the piston will need replacing. What else have we got? Oh, the forks, as you can see, they're in quite good order. I think fortunately this model had fork gaiters on, and it kind of protected the forks, and the fork seals look in good order. They're not leaking, neither one, so that's a bonus. What else have we got? The plastics are in fairly good order. Bearing in mind that, like I said earlier, this is a 40-odd year bike. The covers also in fairly good order. The back guard, yeah, not quite so good, but it's all intact, so yeah, hopefully just a paint job. What else we got here? The rear wheel, well, as you can see, the sprocket completely stuffed, as is the chain down there. So chain and sprockets need replacing. Yeah, the brake shoes, I think there's plenty of meat on them. but yeah, the definitely need cleaning up, greasing, not the brake shoes of course, but check out the wheel bearings. The same goes for the front wheel. The brake drum is in exactly the same condition as the rear. It came with a tyre. Not sure if I'm going to use that one or go more with the original type pad which came with the bike. What else have we got? Up here we've got the exhaust. It's in an okay condition. It's been well repaired at the front, but it's not leaking, so yeah, I think with a good cleanup and we can use that. Also the handlebars, in quite good condition, considering, you know, this bike has been kicking around for quite a while, I believe. There's the tailpipe there again. It's okay. As you can see, the seat down there is in good order. I think it's been recovered, so I won't have to worry about that. In here I've got the electrics. Fortunately the wiring loom is fairly simple. I did unwrap it to check if there's any breaks, because yeah, the warning lights, none of them are working. The bike, the odometer suggests it's done 6,339. No idea if it's correct or not. Came with a new battery, so yeah, it's going to be a while before the electrics go back on. What have we got in here? Oh, lights and switches and cables which came off the bike. So yeah, that's it. That's all the parts of this bike. Not a great deal. Oh, must mention the fuel tank. I think the only thing really wrong with that, it's got a little dent, a minor dent at the back, so I shall have to see if someone's got some sort of suction device to remove that. And the rest of the stuff, yeah, this is it. The airbox is all intact. Bash plate, bit rusty, but there again, not rusted through. And the rest of the stuff in there is the side stand and gear lever and foot pegs and the like. Yeah, so that's my project. And oh, I better mention that the one thing I was quite surprised with is the head bearings are, they feel nice and smooth. So maybe just other than some greasing, that should be good. So there you go. I'll do an update. It moves on. Also, I better mention that in the photo it doesn't show the rear light, but I do have the rear light, and I also have the indicators. It's going to be probably 6 months or more before I do an update, and so I reckon this is going to take me probably a couple of years. I'm not in any hurry, and yeah, I think it'd be a bit of fun to see it back in more original and nice condition. Incidentally, a lot of the tank and the mud guards will all be repainted, and hopefully I can get someone maybe locally to do the decals. So there we are. See you next time, and